Relentless, ruthless, horrifying. The Russian attack on Ukraine is leaving millions of people homeless. The refugees' suffering is a call to action for shooters and hunters all over Europe. The Kimberwick Hunt in Buckinghamshire is one of many collecting aid. The response has been overwhelming. This is just a fraction of what has been dropped off here. People have been donating backpacks, sleeping bags, blankets. 4 lorry loads are on their way to Poland.
People have come from far afield. We've been staggered by how far people have driven just to come and help, to do their part. And then Sunday really is what blew us away. Sunday just took everyone's breath away. We had a convoy of cars down the road. We had everyone in kennels helping, all the team. The kids, our kids, were helping ferry stuff out of people's cars. We had the public were people who were coming to drop stuff off were literally staying for 45 minutes to help with sorting and clearing and putting into category stuff. And yeah, it's been emotional.
Feeding people is the top priority for the International Council for Game and Wildlife Conservation. Its members and partners are helping refugees who've crossed the border into neighbouring countries. Local hunting associations are running food distribution centres. The CIC is donating game meat, equipment and materials. The Angling Trust in the UK is running a fundraising appeal. The money from Anglers for Ukraine is being donated to the Red Cross.
People value the fact that as an angling community we can play our part, and our part can be properly registered. We're doing this as anglers as well as members of the human race. Well, to me, I spend a lot of money in tackle shops, I spend a lot of money on baits, and I think, well, perhaps a proportion of what I'm going to spend on my pleasure could go to providing medicines or providing warm clothing for people that really need it. So perhaps a little bit of our fishing budget this year could go to helping not just our fellow anglers, but our fellow citizens in Ukraine who really do need our assistance at this terrible time.
Angler Ian Smith of Outlaw Pro, a fishing supplies company in Essex, has donated £10,000 to the Trust's appeal. He gave all the takings from his stand at the Big One fishing show in Farnborough.
But I think just because Ukraine is so close, there's always somebody that's been really personally affected. And whenever I've spoken to people, friends, relatives, work colleagues, we've said, how terrible it is. And then there's always an additional comment about, oh, yeah, my next door neighbour's sister lives there, or, oh, my brother's partner, she's from there. And there's always some connection somewhere to that sort of region of the world. And I think it's just such a barbaric war, the way that the bullying has gone on with these people who just want to live in complete peace.
Richard Walton sent thousands of coats to refugees with the Coats to Syria appeal. The Kemstar Hunter in the southwest of England has set up a Just Giving page to raise £5,000 for Ukraine.
Most people have been affected by what they've seen on the television, and it really does give an easy way for people to donate directly to charities. And the wonderful thing about the Disaster Emergency Fund is that the government is actually match funding any donations made. It's a very fluid situation. That's why I decided that it was important to give money to charities who can actually react and respond to that fluidity.
Christopher Scheib is an angler with a fishing lodge in Norway. He's leading convoys from Germany, rescuing refugees who are crossing from Ukraine into Poland.
We haven't been very successful in the last 2 or 3 days at the Polish border itself, because we're exactly where the bombs went off on the border with Poland. The 8 kilometers it is the distance to the airfield and the military base that was bombed by the Russians. So the refugee stream has started to trickle a little bit right there. Our refugees that are here, I have to say, so far they've all been brilliant. It's a long trip. Some of them have been, on foot for 4 days with small children. Some of them have been traveling for 8 or 9 days, sometimes without food. And so far, every single family or every single mother that we relocated, among the first questions that they ask is, where can I work? That's something I find extremely fascinating. They will take our help, but they don't want to be dependent.
As refugees flee from Ukraine, the things they need change. Some of the aid taken to Poland was dumped. People are being asked to check what charities need before they donate. As the crisis gets worse, millions more people from Ukraine will need help. Aid like this will make all the difference. The Fieldsports community is rallying to support the refugees. Links to the appeals are in the description below.